Hello everybody, this is Bruce here, and I have 15 Black Ops tips and tricks to help you be a better player. And I'm going to start off with number 15, and that is drop shotting and using tactical button layout. I definitely like using tactical button layout because it allows me to shoot the enemy and aim down the sights while simultaneously ducking down out of the line of fire, and this gets me out of tons of predicaments where I get seen by the enemy sees me before I see them, and it's just a great way. I use it all the time and I highly recommend doing it, and it's very easy to practice and it's very easy to learn. Number 14 is brightness. Call of Duty tells you to set the brightness on the screen at where the dark part is not supposed to be seen at the top. I think you should completely ignore that and turn the brightness up as high as you can feel comfortable with, because a lot of the maps in Black Ops are pretty dark, and if you use the brightness higher, you'll be able to see people better and your vision is just going to be clear overall. Number 13 is choosing classes. I, for one, like the stealth class, because there's so many spy planes running around, there's so many blackbirds, so I like to use ghost and a silencer, and you just need to make your classes complement each other. So I like to use the stealth class so I can walk around and not have to worry about being seen by spy planes, and that allows me to get my little higher kill streaks than normal. Number 12 is kind of thinking ahead of the enemy or checking for the enemy, which is jumping around corners and use of concussion grenades. You always want to jump around corners because that gives you a little bit of an edge as far as surprise if the enemy is around the corner, and that'll usually allow you to take the kill. And I use concussion grenades to check, not only check for the enemy, but also stun them in case they are around the corner. So if I'm running up ahead and I see an enemy, or I'm running in a line where I think that there's going to be enemies, I'll throw a concussion grenade down there to check if they're there, and if I see a hit marker, I know they're there and they're stunned, so usually I can just run in and kill them. Number 11 is flanking and map movement. One of the things you definitely want to do, especially in domination, when you get in a game and you're not in a team, and you get in a game and they have both flags captured and you are kind of stuck at the A or C flag, what you want to do is you want to flank the enemy and and do not try to capture the B flag. You want to go around, capture the opposite flag from what you have, and that's exceptionally easy if you have a ghost class. And that'll allow you to capture that other base and get an edge, because a lot of times you're going to be down a lot and they're going to be holding you with choke points, so you definitely want to do that. Number 10 is kill cams. I think a lot of people in Black Ops, they tend to skip kill cams because they're really anxious to go shoot whoever killed them. And I think you definitely should not do that. I think you should pay attention to the kill cams, especially if you get killed from far away, so you know where the enemy is, so that you can go and kill them. Especially if you're getting killed multiple times by the same guy, you want to know where you're getting shot from and where the enemy position is, especially because sometimes in their kill cam they'll not only show you where they are, but they'll show you where the other enemies are. Number 9 is not spamming the trigger. And this is basically for assault rifles, and this is we figured this out in Black Ops pretty quickly, that especially guns like the FAMAS, the Commando, the Galil, these guns are used much better when you don't hold down the trigger and when you shoot them in spurts. Especially the FAMAS is 100 times more accurate if you don't hold down the trigger. The only time I hold down the trigger is if the enemy is extremely close to me. And you can be accurate, especially like with the Commando and the FAMAS, at extremely large distances, even against sniper rifles, if you do not spam the trigger. Number 8 is crouching. I found out not too long ago that when you crouch, you don't produce sound, so it's basically like having the ninja perk on, and this allows you to, if you don't like, if you want to sneak around and you don't want to be heard, but you don't want to use the ninja perk, it's kind of lame. And you want to have a class that's, you want to use flak jacket, or you want to use a quick class. You should definitely just crouch when you're trying to sneak up on an enemy, because you will not make any sound, and that'll give you a little bit of a surprise. Number 7 is ammo, making a decision with how you're going to manage your ammo. A lot of the assault rifles, especially the FAMAS, the Commando, you start with 90 extra bullets, and that's not a lot. And when you start trying to get to your Blackbird and your dogs, you're gonna start running out of bullets relatively quickly around your 6th and 7th, possibly 8th kill streak. So you either need to make a decision. I go between either using Scavenger Pro, which lets me start with a whole bunch of extra ammo, or using dual mags, and that allows you to start with a whole bunch of ammo, and it's basically like having half of a sleight of hand pro on. I love dual mags. I think they're one of the best gun attachments in the game. Number 6 is choke points. A lot of people know what these are. Choke points are, you want to be able to control choke points. You want to be able to know, especially where there's a spawn and there's a certain hallway, there's a certain door, or a ledge, whatever it is that a lot of enemies are going to have to go to get to the B flag or a certain objective like the flag. And if you can control that single choke point, then you're going to have a huge advantage over the enemy. And if you can, whether you're by yourself trying to control it, or you're with a team and you're trying to control it, controlling a choke point will stop the enemy from gaining any sort of advantage or capturing another flag or taking position in a map that'll hinder your team's performance. So controlling choke points is definitely important. Number 5 is shooting down air support. A lot of people ignore this, and this is huge. There's, when people are getting their chopper gunners and their helos and their helicopters, and they're just, you just ignore them and you let them go, and you think, well, I'm just gonna let somebody else shoot it down. And if everybody thinks that, then no one's gonna shoot it down, and it's gonna stay up there and kill your whole team and let the other enemy capture a flag or capture destroy a base, and that's gonna really hinder your team's performance. So you definitely want to shoot down air support. Have a class that's equipped with a Stella, so you're ready to do that. Number 4 is control the outside of the map, and this is especially good for domination. You don't want to ever be running into the middle of the map and trying to take a position there, because that's the most contested part of the map, and you're just gonna die a lot there. And you really want to be on the outside of the map, shooting in and taking a position that's on the outside of the map, and you can move around the outside of the map as long as the map is behind you. That makes sure that there's never somebody that's going to shoot you from behind. Number 3 is trying to achieve a balance between objective playing and kill-based playing, especially when you're playing domination and objective-based games. I try to achieve a balance between just killing and trying to get kill streaks and playing the objective, because if you don't play the objective and your team only has one flag the entire game, honestly you're not going to get that many kills. So you kind of have to achieve a balance between objective playing and kill based playing. Number 2 is knowing when to retreat and picking your battles. A lot of times, and this gets me a lot of other deaths, if you see somebody and they're shooting you and you've gotten shot like maybe once or twice and you're not dead yet, you definitely want to run away. You have to know when to pick your battles. You can't be afraid to retreat. And like if somebody has an assault rifle, they're shooting you, they shoot you like once or twice and you're in the red but you're not dead yet, you definitely want to run away, change position, and try to shoot that same enemy from a different position and take them out from a place where they're not expecting you, rather than to just go in and think that you'll be able to shoot them when you're already in the red, because odds are they're probably going to get you. So you have to know when to retreat and when to pick your battles, when to shoot down the enemy, when to run away, change position, and shoot them that way. And the number one tip I have for you is strategic thinking. Yeah, you want to try to play Black Ops like it's a chess game. You want to try to anticipate what the enemy's going to do. Don't get frustrated. Think ahead of the enemy. Use your concussion grenades, jump around corners, always be thinking one step ahead. Just like you're driving a car, you got to give room for the other driver to make mistakes, and then if they make mistakes in Black Ops, then you exploit those mistakes, and you wait for them and you make the enemy play to you. You don't play to the enemy. And those are my 15 Black Ops tips. I hope you enjoyed them. Leave a comment about what you think. Please also subscribe to the channel and like the video if you think it's good. But other than that, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.